The member for Gilmore.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. Well, the member for New England has described this government's goal to reach net zero by 2050 as a lunatic crusade and treacherous. Well, I think he needs to take a good look in the mirror, because that's where he will see someone that is, quite frankly, completely out of touch with regional Australia. This government's ambitious plan to tackle climate change will help all Australians, no matter where they live. The member for New England says regional people are furious, but I say he needs to open his eyes and look at the impact climate change is having with fires, floods and drought. Yes, people are hurting. Yes, farmers are hurting. Yes, small businesses are hurting. That's why we need to take action right now. Climate change has had an absolutely devastating impact on my electorate of Gilmore. Lives were lost and hundreds lost their homes, businesses and livestock when the horrific black summer bushfires decimated the New South Wales South Coast in 2019-2020. I challenge the member for New England to tell the people of Gilmore, who are still recovering, still rebuilding and still reliving those horrific weeks and months, that climate change and the road to net zero is a lunatic crusade. In recent years, we've not only been hit by fires, we've experienced record levels of rainfall and storm activity, resulting in flooding around our waterways and farmland. Homes have been inundated, crops and livestock destroyed, and farmers are still counting the costs from the relentless rain. Dairy and beef farmers, oyster growers, fruit and vegetable producers, they're all struggling after being hit by a string of fires, South Coast lows and rain bombs. Tell these farmers that the road to net zero is a lunatic crusade. Tell them our plan to reduce carbon emissions and reduce their energy costs by transitioning to renewables is treacherous. Record rainfall has led to dozens of landslips, closing roads and cutting off towns and villages across Gilmore for months. Farmers couldn't get their cattle out and people couldn't get their kids to school. Families were isolated, businesses suffered, especially those that rely on tourism, because people couldn't get there. Across my electorate, devastating downpours have wrecked our roads and footpaths. Seawalls have been destroyed and bridges literally washed away. And this government has stepped up to help local councils with the massive repair bills time and time again. Finally, after a decade of inaction, we are taking meaningful action to address climate change. Climate change isn't something that will, maybe, perhaps even happen in the future. It's something that is happening right now. It's something that has happened, that we have and are experiencing. It's not going to go away, so we have to take action. Deputy Speaker, the member for New England wants to take our country back to the Stone Age. That's not what the Australian people voted for on May 3. The message was loud and clear in the last election. Australians are ready to seize the opportunities a renewable energy future has to offer. I'm so proud to live in a regional area where people are switched on and playing their part in the country's transition to renewables. Across Australia, there have been more than 90,000 rooftop solar panel installations since our Cheaper Home Battery program started on July 1. How good is that? People in my region are certainly not furious about net zero. They're not angry and they don't think the path to net zero is a lunatic crusade. From 1 July this year, we've been rolling out billions of dollars worth of responsible support to build a stronger economy and deliver cost of living relief for Australians. The Albanese Labor government has taken strong action to provide energy bill relief to Australian households and businesses. We're rolling out critical investments in renewable energy because the sun and the wind don't send a bill. And we've acted to make the energy market fairer. Our new rules coming into effect in 2026 will make sure retailers aren't ripping off customers, because Australians deserve a fairer go when it comes to their energy bills. We know there's more to do, but we're on the right track. We are acting on climate change now because the science is conclusive. I think the member for New England needs to wake up and face reality.